We are in the era of Antichrist prevailing all over the world today in the Christian community. That was prophesied by Jesus through John, recorded in book of Revelation, particularly in chapter 13, where two beasts are recorded. Okay, it's been quite a church problems among the theologians how we interpret those two beasts. Among those amillennialism people, even historical premillennialism people, including those dispensationalists, many of them interpret it slightly different ways. Therefore, it's been very much a confusion among the Christians. Now, it's the time for us to identify who those are, in a sense that we should understand, and we all pastors have obligation to share all this information with our brothers and sisters in your church. Now, I will be spending at least 2 weeks with about near 10 lectures in dealing with this subject. It's a very significant subject. So I will teach you very slowly, okay? So our teaching is not for English-speaking people. This is not my design. My design is for non-English speaking people who knows English. So I will speak slowly and for your writing. So those who are studying our lectures, please don't just listen and write down all information. For your benefit, as I said, I will be speaking very slowly here. Now, lecture 29. How the first beast look like. You know, last time we've studied in lecture 28, there were two beasts recorded in Revelation chapter 13. First beast, chapter 13, verses 1 through 10. And the second beast, verses 11 through 18. So those two beasts found in the chapter has been very much controversial among the Christians, especially the pastors and theologians, as to how we interpret these two beasts. Now, today, we will study in particular the first beast in lectures 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, first beast. Okay, now, in lecture 29, we will study how the beast, first beast, look like. Okay, then that John described the first beast which he saw, and he described how the beast appeared, how the beast looked like for our benefit, where spiritual meaning implied in the appearance of the beast. Okay, spiritual meaning hidden inside the appearance. Now here, let me tell you, what is the first beast? We studied that previously. That's Illuminati assisted by Freemason. Don't forget that. You can write it down again. Illuminati assisted by Freemason. Those two groups represent the first beast. Now, here, in the previous lectures, I have given you some basic informations on who the Illuminati and the Freemasons. Do you remember that? Okay. Later we will go over more in detail. Now here, then question arises, why the Bible calls them beast instead of other denotations? Beast in the Bible signifies Satan's children. Beast. I have given you 3 Bible references right here. 2 Peter 2:12, Peter said so, and Solomon, Ecclesiastes 3:21, and here Psalm 49:12. So at least these 3 references shows us that beast stands for Satan's children. Okay? At least you just memorize these 3 verses, okay? Now, we studied John 2:18 John says here, during the church period, that means first coming of Jesus and second coming of Jesus, this period, we've studied that this period is called church period. From first coming to second coming. And also, it calls what? End time. So we are in the we're living in the end time of end times. Okay? End time inaugurated with the first coming of Jesus. And it will be completed at the second coming of Jesus. Okay? Now, John says here in 1 John 2:18 said, in the end time period, there will be many, not one, many antichrist will come. That was God's design. So during this period, many end times, during this period, many antichrist will come. We have studied the meaning of antichrist already. Those who are listening this lecture today, this one alone, please refer to previous lectures in order to understand this lecture. Now here, especially the two beasts, which is Antichrist, will appear according to biblical plan. It was a Reformation, which is 1517. Starting Reformation till second coming, this period. Okay, this is what we call modern church period. Okay, do you remember? Modern church period starts from Reformation up until the second coming of Jesus. Now, the two beasts, this is a two beast period. Okay, along with other antichrist will appear, but two beasts will be the major antichrist during the modern church period, starting the Reformation all the way to the second coming of Jesus. Are you with me? Yeah. So they are major antichrist during this period. Okay. Now, in comparison with other antichrists, these two antichrists are most prominent antichrist and most powerful antichrist and most influential antichrist. In other words, that their teachings will be pervasive throughout the world. It's a worldwide influential power, very strong power, worldwide power against true Christ. Okay, now, here, their typical characteristics would be this. Here, most camouflaged, this is a French word, but we use that in English, camouflaged. That means what? Huh? Yeah, it's the military uniforms. You know, it covers so not to be revealed yourself. Okay? Camouflaged. We call it camouflaged. It's a French word. In other words, you cannot see true identity. Okay? It's been covered, faked, cheating. Unless you really thoroughly seeking into the real being inside. So you have to study thoroughly. Otherwise, you cannot find out true being, true nature of that particular antichrist. Here. Then John saw in his vision in chapter 13, first beast, how the first beast appeared, looks like. Interesting. Okay. That first beast, here, he saw, we studied that previously, 7 heads. 7 heads. Not only one head, 7 heads. Now, each head has the name of blasphemy. This is a very interesting blasphemy. What do you mean by blasphemy? Blasphemy means denouncing true Christ. Blasphemy means, or denying Trinity God, Christian God, okay? Denying Jesus as true Christ. That's blaspheming in terms of a Christian view. We Christians, anyone who denies the Trinity God, and denies the Christ as a Savior, Jesus as a Savior, then we call them, you are blaspheming our God. Okay? That blaspheming means speaking and teaching against our true God. That's a blasphemy. Are you with me? So now the first beast has 7 heads. Okay? Then each 7 heads, okay, has a name on the head. The name is what? Name of blasphemy. Now, just to take it as it is, I will give you more information later. Now, so the blasphemy, I would say this, unholy name, the name that each head has from our perspectives, okay, that is unholy name, dirty name, corrupted name from our perspectives, and camouflaged name. The people will be confused. Even Christians will be confused whether that is true or untrue. Okay? Now, don't forget that head means, and spiritually, head, not only spiritually, but even mentally, head means thought, thinking. Head has a meaning, thinking. And also, ism. Ism, meaning ism. Communism, idealism, whatever, ism. Head means, head stands for thought, thinking, and ism. And view. So don't forget, head means his thought and thinking and ism and view, that all comprise head. Don't forget that. Okay? Now, John saw 10 horns on the 7 heads. 7 heads, but there are 10 horns on the 7 heads. It's quite a weird beast. Very weird. Okay, now here, horns means it's power. Horns means power. Always the Bible implies the horn means power. And sit. Sit means it's a throne. Throne is sit in chair. But it's not a regular chair. It's a king's chair that we call it throne. Right? So horn stands for power and king's throne. Okay? And also authority. All together. Horn means power, seat, and throne, authority. This tells the Antichrist. Now I'm telling you that this Antichrist is Illuminati. Illuminati and Freemason enjoys substantial influence with their powers. They will be very influential and powerful, and even kings will be part of their organization, authority, even president of a country will be the part of their organization, and prime ministers and ministers of any government, and even small tribal leaders. Quite many so-called leadership people will belong to first beast group. As we are reading chapter 13. Okay, no wonder why even today in America, election was just finished. Now, American Christian, evangelical Christians, who knows? We are in the midst of the fighting over these first beast and second beast. Okay, so they believe the Democratic Party, okay, led by who? Biden. Okay, that group belong to here first beast groups, part of the Illuminati and Freemason groups. Now here, the evangelical Christians support Trump based on that belief. Okay? Now, actually, now we are in the middle of that spiritual fighting between these two groups. No wonder why the Illuminati supporting group of Biden claim the victory over the other side. But you will not know. Well, I'm very much concerned of who will be finally claim victory over these issues. But now, don't forget that we are in the midst of that end time spiritual battle here, thinking of this first and second beast prophesied by John. Okay? So I will teach you more in detail later when time comes. Slowly. You are going to be very knowledgeable at the end anyway. Now here, the face. John saw how the first beast face looked like. He saw the face. The face looks like leopard. You know that animal, leopard, okay? But it's skinny compared to lion or tiger. Skinny, just like a little bigger cat. Okay, leopard. But leopard, in view of comparing lion, even bear, it's good looking. And warm looking compared to that brutal animals, okay? And mild looking, unbrutal looking, however, very snappy. When he saw prey, then very snappy. You know meaning snappy? Very fast. Okay? When he find the prey. You know prey? Okay? Very snappy. Of course, you can see his body. It's camouflaged. Got it? So his face, it has a complex, mixtured face. It's hard to make distinctions. He looks very warm, okay, nice looking, and mild looking. But when he discovers a prey, then all of a sudden it turns to brutal, snappy, and catch the prey. In the same way here, Illuminati teachings and Freemasons will be the same nature as here in Lefford. They'll face everybody, majority of human beings today likes that Illuminati's position and their teachings, Freemasons' position and their teachings. No wonder why today you can see even America, more than half of the populations, many of them claim themselves, we are Christians, but they were cheated by. Here again, their feet of bear. Face looks like leopard, but feet looks like a bear. Bear feet. Oh, that's very heavy, strong. So I say, strong feet. Once you got, trapped by the feet, then that's the end of it. And powerful, once you cut, no way of escape. Once you're cut by Illuminati teachings, Freemason teachings, okay, and their influences, then hardly you can escape. Even these huge animals can climb up the tree. It's amazing. Able to even grab a bird, and any small animals are climbing up the tree. Leopard also can climb up the tree. But it is a huge animal. It's like a leopard, very snappy, can climb up the tree. Illuminati is a huge organization. When even influence a small tribal people. Even this bear can catch fishes in the river. In other words, that here the Bible teaches this Illuminati and Freemasons will exert influences all over the world, regardless of their backgrounds, educational background, the level of educational background. Low-level educated people can be touched by their influences, and middle-level and high-level of intellectuals can be touched by their influences. And also, John saw their mouse. That mouse has a mouth of lion mouse. Lion. You see? It's a lion mouse. It's bigger than, stronger than these previous animals. Now here, Bible said this. 1 Peter 5:8. Peter says, 1 Peter 5:8, using lion, symbolizing devil. Okay? He said this, you Christians, be sober and awake, because your adversary is what? It's a devil. Okay? Your devil means right here, first beast. Your adversary, the devil, as a rolling lion, he says, as a rolling lion, worked about and seeking whom he may devour. Okay, now, here John saw that first beast mouth looks like lion mouth. Okay, seeking for God's people to devour. So don't forget this appearance, how the Illuminati and Freemason looks like, with the spiritual implication inside. This is kind of an introductory message as to the two beasts. Now, I just finished how the first beast looked like.